I tell you what, Sam, I'm really glad winter's over and spring has arrived. To feel the sun on your face, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really cold.
It's been hopeless, hasn't it?
Yeah. What are we going to discover today?
Well, I'm going to take you and show you something that's very British, right? It's spectacular, right? And it's only found, like I say, in Britain. Are you mystified?
Yeah.
Follow me. Look at this, Sam. A sea of bluebells. Fabulous. Oh, can you smell that scent? You know, you look around you and you can see why artists and poets are inspired by things like this. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah. And why do bluebells only grow in spring?
Good point. It's simple. Now, if you look up there, there's lots of trees without leaves. And once the leaves come in, it locks all the light out. So down here, it's very dense. So what they've got to do is come up, flower, and get insects to pollinate them before all the woodland light's locked out. So it's a race against time.
Wow.
And the other thing about bluebells, have you noticed how, look at the heads, they're always nodding down, aren't they? Like that.
Yeah.
And that's so the rain won't go actually into the flower. And did you know that bluebells en masse like this is a very, very, very British thing? It's only found like this in Britain because we've got the Atlantic climate, we've got a warm, sort of wet climate. These thrive in that, and they certainly do here, don't they?
Yeah.
Ah. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is, this is a sign of an ancient woodland. To get like this takes centuries and centuries and centuries. So this woodland, you know, is hundreds of years old. Marvellous. Tell you what, I know the person who owns this. Shall we see if we can go and find them and ask them what they think of it?
Yeah.
Oh, imagine owning this. Oh, wouldn't it be great? Come on.
Yeah.
Hi, Julia.
Hello, Colin.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, this is Sam.
Hi, Sam. Nice to meet you both.
And who's this?
This is my Samson.
Hello, Samson.
Welcome to our woods.
Thank you. Wow. Isn't it looking fantastic?
It's amazing. This is my favourite time of year.
Wonderful. I mean, as an owner of something like this, the burning question is, you've got to keep this, haven't you, for the future?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we've had it in our family for probably 80 years almost, I think, and we love having it here. We come out almost every day for a walk. It changes throughout the seasons, and there's lots of different flowers and plants to see, and all the wildlife as well. So we love having it, and we hope to be able to pass it on to Samson and his children in the future, hopefully, and keep it here for everyone to enjoy.
That's wonderful to know that, because something like this now is so rare.
Yes, yeah, and we're very, very lucky to have it, and it's been a fantastic thing to help us get outdoors during lockdown, and something for us to do, and keep us all entertained. With the children absolutely love it as well.
And of course the other thing, you know, if you've got problems, you come here and they just fade away, don't they?
Well, I don't know if you've heard of forest bathing, but I do believe it's a real thing where people do go and sit in woodlands, and it makes them feel better. So I'm sure you're absolutely right.
Forest bathing.
Yeah,
I've not
forest
heard
bathing.
Of that
That's something to look up.
Anyway, we're looking for primroses. Any idea?
Well,
have you got any?
Yeah, there's a beautiful patch of primroses. If you keep walking along there, there's a big bank of primroses. They look lemon colour, so they're absolutely fantastic.
Smashing. And thanks for allowing us your fabulous work.
No, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for coming.
All right, and all the best. Bye.
Bye-bye. Come on,
Bye.
Samson, this way.
here they are, look.
Oh, this is where the primroses are.
Correct. Wow, and they look lovely on this bank. I tell you what, there's more than just primroses here. There's about 3 or 4 different ones. Now the primroses, obviously those lovely yellow ones, always fascinate me. They're not a rose, but they're called a primrose because the prime, in other words, the first to come out in the spring. And to me, they are a real harbinger of spring. They're lovely. We've got, what else have we got? We've got wood violets, and their seed is dispersed by ants. Did you know that?
No.
We've got the wood anemone, or otherwise known as granny's bonnets.
What?
Yeah. And these don't actually give seeds off. They spread with rhizomes under the ground. And a patch this big would have took most probably perhaps 200 years.
What?
So that proves this is a real ancient woodland site. What else have we got? Dog's Mercury. This is Dog's Mercury. It's not exactly an exciting, there's some there in flower, not exactly an exciting plant, but it's another indicator species. So what have we got? We've got Dog's Mercury, we've got primroses, wood violets, we have got wood anemones, all in one space. This really tells us this is an ancient woodland. Tell you what we need to go and find now is the vicar in the pulpit.
What? Vicar in the pulpit?
Come on, I'll show you what I mean. Can you hear that?
Is it someone knocking on a door?
Sort of, but what it is, it's a bird that's drumming.
What bird and why is it drumming?
Well, it's a great spotted woodpecker, and it's up somewhere and it's choosing a certain branch like that. It's most probably hollow, and it's rattling its head against it and making that sort of sound, and it resonates throughout the woodland to tell other great spotted woodpeckers, this is my territory, keep out.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can find the vicar in the pulpit.
What?
Come on, you don't believe me, do you?
No.
Here it is, the vicar in the pulpit.
What? The vicar in the pulpit? Come on, explain.
Well, that's the old country name. It's called the wild arum, right? It's got lots of other country names, the cuckoo pint, the lords and ladies, but it's a plant that evolution is designed to catch flies. It's marvellous, isn't it? Now, that bit there sticking out is called the spadix, right? And that warms up and gives off an aroma of rotting flesh. And the big ear throws out this aroma, and a passing fly goes, that sounds good. I fancy a meal. And it crawls down the spadix, down through this narrow neck, through a series of very fine hairs which dangle one way.
Okay.
But the fly can get through it, but not back out. And inside this large bulbous piece here is the male and the female. And what it does, it panics. And whilst it's panicking in there, it basically pollinates the plant. And then the next day, these little fine hairs shrivel up and allow it to escape.
Nature's amazing.
Exactly. Wonderful. Vicar in the pulpit. Well, that's what we called them when I was your age, but what shall we call it? The wild arum?
Yeah.
That's the wild arum. Come on then. Yeah.
By the way, are daisies and dandelions wild flowers? Because my dad's always trying to pick them off his lawn.
Don't you like them?
No.
Well, first of all, yes, they are wildflowers. If it's native to the British Isles, then it's a wildflower. And both of them are. But I think they're beautiful, don't you? The dandelion, look, I mean, everywhere you drive along the verges, you see them, don't you? Hundreds and hundreds. And don't they brighten up the road? Look at that, magnificent. Do you know, if they were rare and you only seen one now and again, we'd be getting all excited, wouldn't we? Because they're common, we just ignore them. Do you know where its name comes from?
No.
Right, well, let's pick the... It's from the French. Now, I'm not very good at French, but dent de lion, right? And that means lion's teeth. Can you see the lion's teeth?
Yeah.
That's where its name comes from. Now, this one is a different one. Do you know where the daisy comes from, the name daisy?
I think it's something to do with the yellow.
Very good. Now, these are throwing up their flowers because what they want is an insect to come and pollinate them. So when the sun's out like today, it's shining all beautiful. But when it's night time, they close up because there's no flies about. So, you know, you might as well close up and protect that lovely flower. So the day, now that's the eye you've just said. So the day's eye. So the eye only comes out in the day. The daisy.
Okay,
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, I want to tell you about the wildflowers you get in meadows. You know, like, things like cowslips and all that. So we'll do all that, shall we?
Yeah. And also, I really like spring because my birthday's in spring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip-off. I better start saving, haven't I? Wow, Sam, weren't them bluebells something?
Yeah.
Oh, the scent. Oh, I was in heaven, weren't you?
Yeah.
Now, I did promise I would take and show you a cowslip meadow, right? Now, cowslip meadows are pretty rare. Now, when my gran was your age, right, what I'm about to show you was a common sight right throughout the country. But alas, is very, very rare now. So are you ready for a fabulous surprise?
Yeah.
Come on. Look at that.
Oh my!
That is what you call a cowslip meadow. And that's how it used to be. All over the country. Wonderful, aren't they? Fabulous.
Yeah.
Little nodding heads there, look at them. This is so magical, Sam. A sea of cowslips. Oh, I'm in heaven. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? There's some unusual facts I've got to tell you about the cowslip, all right? I mean, I've told you how certain flowers get their names, like the daisy. Okay, it's got an eye in the middle. And of course, it only opens in the day, it closes at night, so it's the day's eye. And of course, we've got, don't look at me like that. You think I'm making this up, don't you? We've also got the primrose, which is the prime rose, right? Where cowslip? Well, how did a cowslip get a name like cowslip? Have you any idea?
No, you definitely caught me.
Well, back in medieval times, in Old English times, right, in fields like this, you used to, I'm going to do lots of fields like this in them days, you most probably get lots of cows and that, and of course cows do lots of business, don't they? Sloppies. You know what I mean, don't you? So the Old English name for a cowslip was cowslappy. You go, look at them there, cowslappies over there, because they was always associated or found in fields where cows used to graze. And of course, cows do the business, so I suppose that's what they thought. But it wasn't until sort of Shakespeare's time that it was changed to cowslip.
Okay.
Fascinating when you think about it. And it only grows on calcareous soils, which is, like chalk and limestone and that. But you know what I love about it? Look at the lovely nodding heads. It's sticking up. It's like a primrose on scaffolding. And as it sticks up, it's trying to say to a passing bee, come and pollinate me, because you need a long, long tongue to get down to there.
Yeah, and also, you keep on saying cowslippies are so rare. How can we make them less rare?
That's a jolly good question. How can, well, believe it or not, I mean, they are rare now because obviously we changed the way we manage the countryside a lot. But you find them now along a lot of motorways. When they put motorways in, they do actually put lots of wildflowers in alongside of roads and that. But as an individual, there's something you can do, and that's plant them in your own lawn, right?
Yeah.
Now, the best thing to do is either grow from seed or, like we've got here, a wildflower farm. And just over there, there's a farm that sells them. Shall we go and buy some?
Yeah.
Put them in your lawn?
Yeah.
Come on then. Come on, Sam. Now, should get some wildflowers from here, especially should get some cowslips. They're already grown in pots. It's a bit like cheating, but it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, here's a cowslip, Sam. Oh, these are beauties, isn't they? Look at that one here. You're onto that one. That's a nice one as well. Look at that. You paying for them?
Yeah, of course you are.
That's typical, isn't it? And I suppose with these you want a slice of cake and a cup of tea.
Oh, yes, please.
Come on then.